Can I start? Is audio video clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. So here you all see, I discussed this point. Flaky particles are those whose least letter dimension of which is smaller than 3 by 5th or 0.6 of its mean dimension. I find out the mean dimension, and also I discuss how we identify the least lateral dimensions. So least lateral dimension may be where length is minimum, we call it as least lateral dimension. Where width is less, we call it as least lateral dimension. But I take the example where your thickness is less, so do not find any problem where to identify your least lateral dimension. So just remember this thing: flakiness particles or flaky particles are those whose least lateral dimension is smaller than 0.6 of its mean dimension. Basically, flakiness is defined as percentage of flaky particles in the sample and is determined using flakiness index test. So I already discussed. Basically, for finding flakiness of particle, we find flakiness index test. So flakiness index test is required to find out flakiness or flaky particles. So this test, flakiness index test, is used to find flakiness or flakiness property of the aggregate. Here you observe flakiness is defined as percentage of flaky particles in the sample. Flakiness is defined as percentage of flaky particles in the sample. You take this much of sample. So in this sample, the percentage of flaky particles will define flakiness, and this flakiness is determined by flakiness index test. Next point say this test is not applicable for the particles having size smaller than 6.3 mm. So basically, you see my flakiness index test, FIT test, flakiness index test is used to find flakiness index of a particle. Which particle? Flaky particle. Basically, we find firstly we find our particle is or our aggregate is flaky aggregates. So to represent the flakiness of that aggregate from a sample, we require a unit or index. That index is flakiness index, and for checking or finding this index, we require our flakiness index test. So this is the procedure up to which we reach our flakiness index test. So from this we find flakiness index or Fe, flaky particle. So this test is not applicable for the particle whose size is less than 6.3 mm. So you remember this thing, because in many examination they ask this question: this test is not applicable for the particle whose size is less than 10 mm, 12 mm, 6.3 mm, and so on. So you remember everywhere the flakiness particle's size is greater than 6.3 mm. So this test is not applicable for those flaky particles whose size is less than 6.3 mm. So just you remember this shape is the least shape. This shape is the least shape for flaky aggregate particle, because we already discussed or we already defined flakiness or flaky particles are those particles whose least letter dimension is smaller than 0.6 of its mean dimension. So a particle whose least dimension is 6.3 mm, then that particle is not flaky particle. So this is the point which discussed by this point. Okay, I think someone is unmute. Dharini, you mute from your side. Dharini, you mute from your side. Okay. Next point is you see here. Next point is Next point is, in order to perform this test, sufficient quantity of aggregate must be considered. Sufficient quantity of aggregate must be considered such that 200 pieces of each fraction can be guessed. So just remember, first we have to not select. First point is we have not select 6.3 mm size particle smaller than 6.3 mm size particle. Second point is second point is second point is we have to selected 200 number of pieces, 200 number of pieces of aggregate, 200 number of pieces of aggregate, number of pieces of number of pieces of aggregate, pieces of aggregates. Do not worry, I discuss all the things. So just you focus on whiteboard. So 200 number of pieces of aggregates is taken from each fraction. This is important. This point is important. From each fraction. From each fraction. Do not worry. From each fraction mean what I discuss later. From each fraction. From each fraction. So up to this point, I discuss flakiness of the aggregate. Basically, flakiness of the aggregate is measured in terms of a parameter called flakiness index. Is called as flakiness index. Flaky particles, basically flaky particles are those whose least lateral dimension is smaller than 0.6 or 3/5 of 0.6 or 3/5 of its mean dimension. What do you mean by mean dimension? I already discussed. Next is this flakiness index is defined as percentage of flaky particle in the sample. How much how much percent how much percent this flaky particle how much percent this flaky particle will present in our sample is present in our sample. This will give us flakiness index in percentage. Basically, this flakiness index is identified by flakiness index test. I discussed flakiness index test. Do not worry, I discussed flakiness index test. So for determining flakiness index test, my first point is we have not to select a aggregate whose size is smaller than 6.3 mm. So basically this test, which test? Flakiness index test is not applicable for the particle having size smaller than 6.3 mm. Next point I discuss, in order to perform this test, which test? Flakiness index test, sufficient quantity of aggregate must be considered. Sufficient quantity of aggregate, that means 200 number of pieces of aggregates each taken from each fraction. From each fraction. Third point. Third point. Third point each. Third point each. You observe here. In order to perform this test, sufficient quantity of aggregate must be considered such that 200 pieces of each fraction can be guessed. Second point, they say particles of each fraction are passed turn by turn. Uh, that means suppose here is a book stall. Here is a book stall in your college, in your college library. Your librarians say turn by turn. That means one by one you come here, you collect your book and exit from this way. Again, here you are standing, here you are standing. Then again, if they come from here, here, he reach here, he collect his book, then his turn is over, he exits from this side. And again, you are standing here, come, go in this route, take your book, and then exit from this side. So this is the turn by turn meaning. So if your number came, then you came. So particles of each fractions, here also they say each fraction. I discuss what do you mean by each fraction. So basically particle of each fractions are passed turn by turn. Turn by turn, that means one by one, through the respective opening over the thickness gauge. Another term is thickness gauge. So basically, we pass the aggregate one by one from our thickness gauge, and weight of aggregate passing, weight of aggregate not returning, weight of aggregate passing through the opening is noted, and when expressed in terms of original weight of aggregate is termed as flakiness index test or flakiness index, and this test is known as flakiness index test. Basically, flaky aggregate must not be greater than 50% in general, 50% in general, to used for preparation of concrete. So our IRC say our flakiness index value is not greater than 50% for preparation of concrete. And I already discussed where I prepare concrete for manufacturing of our I think cement concrete road, we required preparation of concrete. So basically, during preparation of concrete, we do not required more than 50% flaky aggregate. That means we do not require more than 50% of flakiness index value. So I think you all just focus here. So I start my test. I think you all noted this point. So just observe here. For flaky, for flaky index test, for flakiness index test, first we required sieve. First we required sieve of different size. So here is my one sieve number one. Here is my sieve number two. Here is my sieve number three. Here is my sieve number four. Here is my sieve number five, and so on. Here are my different sizes of sieve. I stop on the size where my sieve size is 6.3 mm. So I stop here where my sieve size is 6.3 mm, because we do not allow 6.3 mm particle which is smaller than 6.3 mm. So my least size of aggregate or least size of sieve is 6.3 mm. So I take number of sieve, and number of sieve I taken in such manner like this is my 63 mm sieve, 63 mm sieve. This is my 50 mm sieve. This is my 50 mm sieve. Here 50 mm is written. You already know or you all have seen these sieves. 50 mm sieve. Then we have 40 mm sieve. Then we have 31.5 mm sieve, and so on. So my first aim is first take sieve. So I discuss these are the different sieves having sizes starting from 63 mm, then 50 mm, 40 mm, 31.5 mm, 25 mm, 20 mm, and so on. So 25 mm, 10 mm, and we stop at 6.3 mm size sieve. So we arrange all sieves on descending order. So this is my descending order because from 63 50 mm came, then after 50 mm, then 40 mm came, then after 40, 31.5 mm. So this is basically our descending order or decreasing order. So basically you descend your descending order. So you arrange your sieve in descending order. Then you take aggregate. You take aggregate. You take aggregate. Here is your sample of aggregate. Here your aggregate is. You take aggregate from here. You take aggregate, and then put your aggregate. I think you take 2 kg, 2.5 kg, 3 kg, this much of aggregate, this much amount of aggregate you take and put on your top sieve. That means on 63 mm sieve you put. Then you start secking your sieve. Then you start secking your sieve. Then you start secking or sieving your sieve. Then if we start secking, then if we start secking, Then you feel, then you start checking your sieve, checking your sieve, checking your sieve. Here, just observe here. First, I take sieve of different size, starting from 63 mm, then 50, then 40, then 31.5, then 25, then 20 mm, and so on. But we stop at 6.3 mm sieve. Here is 6.3. Everyone see this is not 63 because also top I write 63. So do not read this as 63. This is 6.3 mm sieve. So basically, if you start checking the aggregates, then you observe, then you observe some of the aggregate will passing through 63 mm and they retain on 50 mm. So just I takes the aggregate which is passing from 63 mm 63 mm aggregate and retain over 50 mm aggregate. So I take some of the aggregate which is passing through 63 mm and retain on 50 mm, and so on. Some of the aggregate passing through 50 mm and retain on 40 mm. Some of the aggregate which is passing through 40 mm and retain in 31.5 mm. I take that aggregate here. Some of the aggregate passing from 31.5 mm but retain on 25 mm. That means these are the fractions of sieve. These are the fractions of aggregate which is passing from different sieve and retain on that sieve. So basically we mark here, these are the fraction of aggregate which is passing from 63 mm sieve and retain over 50 mm sieve. So on last whiteboard, I discuss about 20 sieve pieces are taken. I say 20 pieces of each fraction can be guessed. So 20 pieces means you have to take here 20 pieces. Also here you have to take 20 pieces. Sorry, 200 pieces. I discussed 200 pieces can be taken from each fraction and to be guessed. So basically the number of here the number of aggregate must not be less than 200. So here you also take 200 aggregate. From this fraction you also take 200 aggregate. You separate out that 200 aggregate. From this fraction you separate out your 200 aggregate. From this from this fraction you also separate out your 200 aggregates. You separate out your 200 aggregates. From this fraction you
सर
also okay. You say
सर तो हम लोग सैंपल कितना लेंगे? ये 200 समझ नहीं आ रहा है सर।
okay, wait. If you find the number of aggregate you obtain is less than 200, then that means if you find here you only get, suppose you only get 100 aggregate after taking 2 kg, you get only 100 aggregates. So you double the aggregate. So you take another 2 kg. So you do not stop your test unless you getting on each fraction on or each boundary minimum you have to take 200 aggregates. This is the codal provision. So our IRC say on each fraction you have to pick out 200 number of aggregates. So you must have 200 aggregate for that particular fraction or on that boundary line between 63 to 50 mm. If the 200 is not came, then you take some amount of aggregate again, then you take some amount of aggregate again. It may be varies from 2.5 to 10 kg. Up to 10 kg you have to take. Up to 10 kg you have to take. So no restriction on your 200. So when up to 2 kg you do not get 200 aggregate, you increase amount of aggregate, you take another 2.5 kg. If you do not get, you only get 180, you take 1 kg, you take again 1 kg of aggregate, then you complete your sample. So it, I think, is it clear, Deepa?
यस सर, यस सर।
Okay. So for every fraction, you have to count 200, 200, 200. So just our aim is first, step number one, first we take our sieve of different size. Our size started from 63 mm, then 50, then 40, and so on. We stop our sieve for a size of 6.3 mm, because this is the least size for which we have to be do our flakiness index test. So basically we stop at this point. Then we take our aggregate, then we start secking from sieve secker. You do these things in your geotechnical engineering or in concrete engineering also. So we start your secking for the sieves. When you do secking, you get some amount of aggregate which is passing through 63 mm. Above 63 mm, you do not take. Above, our main focus is from the aggregate which is passing from 63 mm and retained on these sieves. Retained on these sieves. So just we make a fraction. Here we make a fraction. The aggregate which is passing through 63 mm, the aggregate which is passing through 63 mm retained on 50 mm, we take here, we take aggregates in this manner. We take aggregate, just I use another color. So we take aggregate here. We also take aggregate which is passing from 50, but retained on 40. So we take here. Also the aggregate which is passing from 40 and retained on 31.5, we take here 31.5, we take this aggregate. Again, this is passing on 31.5 and retain on 25. We take this much of fraction of aggregate, and from these fractions we just count 200 number of aggregate and separate out, and then we separate out that aggregate. So we separate 200 number of aggregate, 200 number of aggregate, 200 number of aggregate, 200 number of aggregate, and 200 number of aggregate. We separate out these aggregate. So basically when we separate out these aggregates, then we bet these aggregates. So 200 number of aggregate for this size, 200 number of aggregate of this size, 200 number of aggregate of this size, 200 number of aggregate of this size, and 200 number of aggregate of this size. We bet all 200 number of aggregates. So I think we get some bet. This bet is W1. This bet is W1. Suppose we have to get this weight as 1.5 kg. Suppose we have to get 1 kg. Suppose we have get this weight as 1 kg. Overall weight of this 200 aggregate, 200 aggregate, 200 aggregate, 200 aggregate, and 200 aggregate is 1 kg. Then what we do? Then you all see in what they say. They say in order to perform this test, sufficient quantity of aggregate must be considered such that 200 pieces of each fraction can be gauged. We gauge 200 number of aggregate. We gauge now. We gauge 200 pieces of aggregate. Can anyone say we gauge 200 number of aggregate? Yes or no? Rohit, Rajiv, Dharni, Deepa, Chiranjit, can we gauge? We separate out 200 number of aggregate from our sample.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then fraction of, okay. Then particle of each fraction are passed turn by turn through the respective opening over the thickness gauge. Then we have to take a thickness gauge, because thickness gauge, you just remember, thickness gauge is used to find out flakiness, elongation, flakiness index of an aggregate. Thickness gauge is used to find out flakiness index of an aggregate. So basically we have to take thickness gauge. So just you observe here, thickness gauge is looks like this is your thickness gauge, shape of aggregate, length gauge. So this is your thickness gauge. Just I want some picture of your thickness gauge. You all see here. This is your thickness gauge. Do not see this. Do not see this. This is another thing. Do not see this. This is my thickness gauge. This is my thickness gauge. This is my thickness gauge. You all see. use red pen. This is my thickness gauge. This is my thickness gauge. This is my thickness gauge. So basically on thickness gauge, many openings are present. So here you observe, here is one opening, 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 and also here is one opening, here is one opening, and on every corresponding slots, these are known as slots. For every slots or for every opening, there is a number given. So for every slot or for every opening, above this opening, here some number is given. I think in this picture, in this figure, the number is not given, but in actual this number is given. So basically one number is given, here also one number is given, here one number is given, here one number is given, here also one number is given, and so on. Here also, this is also another opening, here also some number is given. So basically these numbers are between 63 to 50. These numbers are from 63 to 50. These numbers are from 50 to 40. These numbers are from 40 to 31.5. These numbers are from 31.5 to 25. These numbers are from 25 to 20. These numbers are from 20 to so on. So basically we have to take that slot for those aggregate pieces which is given for that opening. So basically you observe here, just I take another figure, just wait, I think I take another figure where everything is clear. So if, okay, so here you see, you all see, think it is clear from this figure. So here you all see this on this opening some number is given or some size are marked 63 to 50, 50 to 40, 40 to 30, here 40 to 25, here 25 to 20, here 20 to 60, and so on. Here 20 to 60, here 60 to 12.5, and from also 12.5 to 10, here some openings are given. Also from 31 to 25, here number is given or size is marked, and here opening is given. So you already see carefully, here is the slot opening, here is the slot opening, also here is the slot opening. You take, here you take your fractions, you put your fractions here, you put your all fractions here. For 63 to 50, 63 to 50 you have 200 pieces, you have 63 to 50 you have 200 pieces. From 50 to 40 you have 200 pieces. You also bet all the pieces and designated as W1. You have also, you have 40 to 31.5, 40 to 31.5, 40 to 31.5. You take that 200 pieces, you take that 200 pieces, and only pass from that slot whose size is between 63 to 50. So you take that 200 aggregate and turn by turn, that is from one by one, you pass that aggregate from this opening. You do not pass the fraction of aggregate which is written on 63 to 50. You do not pass that aggregate from 50 to 40. This is the mandatory point, that you have to only pass that aggregate which is passing from 63 and retain on 50. You pass that much of aggregate, that means that 200 aggregate only from 63 to 50 slots. So just if you take 200 number of aggregate, you find your 78 aggregates or your 80 aggregates will passing from this slots, and your 120 aggregates will not pass. So just you take your 80 aggregates which is passing. So you take your 80 aggregates is passing from 200. Also from 50 to 40, that means from this 200 aggregate, you passing that aggregate from 50 to 40 slots. You take your 60 number of aggregate or more number of aggregate is passing. I take this value for example purpose. This is not exact figure, so just I find 80 aggregate which is passing from first slot, 60 from second, and so on. So the fraction of aggregate, that means that 200 aggregate is passing from turn by turn, from one by one, from that particular slots whose size are already marked on the gauge and whose size are also given in fraction form. So you do not pass 40 and 31.5 aggregate, or 31.5 or 25 aggregate of 200 number of pieces from this slot, 25 to 20 slot. So everyone will be segregated, everything is segregated, fraction size is segregated, 200 number pieces for each fraction is segregated, also slots are segregated. You have to just pass your 200 number of aggregate from different slots. You count number of pieces which is passing from number of slots, then again you filter, or again you segregate the size of aggregate or the number of aggregate which is passing. Suppose you pass number of aggregate which is passing each 80, 60, 20, 25, 45, and so on. You take bed for that aggregate. You find bed is equal to, suppose I take bed W1 as 1 kg, that means 200 number of aggregate bed for each fraction is 1 kg. So this much of bed is, I think, 0.05 kg. If you take, just take example, so W2 is equal to 0.5 kg. So you take only the aggregate which is passing from this thickness gauge. This is your thickness gauge. So the number of aggregate which is passing from different size of slots of aggregates, then you count number of aggregate, then bed the aggregate, then the bed is expressed in the form of W2. Then our flakiness index is given as flakiness index Fi. We find crushing index, we find impact aggregate value, we find Los Angeles abrasion value, all things we find. So we find here flakiness index value FIB as W2 by W1, W2 by W1 into 100, W2 by W1 into 100. So W2 is given, W1 is given, you just multiply all the things and you find your flakiness index value. So what our code says, so basically particles of each fraction, here you see particles of each fraction are passed turn by turn through the respective opening over the thickness gauge. You already see what is thickness gauge, and weight of aggregate passing through the opening is noted. Then you noted the weight coming out as 0.5 kg. When expressed in terms of original weight of aggregate, you have to take 200 number of aggregate, 200 number. So you weight all the aggregates, each term as flakiness index. So basically flakiness index is the percentage of bed which is passing through the opening and original bed. So we get our flakiness index value. Our IRC say, or our code say, this value is not more than 15%. So only 15% of flakiness index value is permitted for preparing or for mixture, that means for concrete. So I think I discussed all the aspects of flaky particles, how we identify flaky particles, how we find flakiness index, how we find flakiness index test, how we take sieves, and what are the each fractions on which 200 number of pieces are to be gauged. Also I discuss about thickness gauge. Also I passes my 200 number of aggregate one by one, bet the aggregate which is passing from the thickness gauge, then we find our flakiness index, then also reported the value which is given by our IRC. So is everything clear? Is everything clear?
सर 200 नंबर ऑफ ये पार्टिकल्स में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है सर.
क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है?
सर जैसे हर एक सीप से पास
हम्म,
करेंगे तो 200 पार्टिकल्स मेरा आना चाहिए, जैसे
हम्म,
63 mm से
हम्म,
पास हो जाएगा, 50 पे रिटेन कर जाएगा, वहां
हम्म,
पे 200 पार्टिकल्स होना चाहिए।
हम्म,
और फिर 50 mm से पास कर जाएगा,
हम्म।
40 mm पे रिटेन कर जाएगा, यहाँ पे भी 200 पार्टिकल्स होना
तो
चाहिए।
एक
सर
चीज
तो ये
सोचो,
डब्लू,
हाँ एक चीज सोचो, जो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा पार्टिकल जो 63 से तुम्हारा पास होके 50 पे आकर रिटेंड हो रहा है, तो जब यहाँ पे तुमको 200 आ जाएगा, तो यहाँ पे तो तुमको 300 पार्टिकल जो तुमको है तुम्हारे सिर के ऊपर आ जाएगा। अब बताओ, यहाँ पे तुमको और ओपनिंग छोटा हो गया, तो यहाँ पे तो तुमको 300 आ जाएगा, इसके ऊपर तो 400 आ जाएगा। तो तुमको तो बस गिन के छांट लेना है। ये तो जो लैब असिस्टेंट होते हैं वो लोग इसको गिन के छांट लेते हैं, या फिर जो लोग टेस्ट करते हैं उसको गिन के छांट लेते हैं। अब क्या डाउट है तुमको, बताओ, बोलो।
सर हो गया क्लियर, हो गया
हाँ,
सर।
हो गया। तो हमको बस, हम
यस
तो
सर।
बताएं कि हमको तब तक नहीं रुकना है जब तक कि हमको 200 एग्रीगेट नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारा कोड ही बोला है। अब तुम ही लोग में से कोई बताओ। आई ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दिस थिंग्स, बिकॉज इफ द number of sample size is more, because if number of sample size is more, here we take 200 number of aggregate. If you take only 10 aggregates, then here you observe your number of sample size is less. For this number of sample size, your fluctuation is more and the chances of error is more. So basically we take more number of aggregates for our testing. So is clear to everyone? Is clear to
यस सर।
everyone? Okay. रोहित,
सर
हाँ
अगर
बोलो।
हम लोग का एग्रीगेट गैप ग्रेडेड रहेगा, तब इस केस में हम लोग ये थिकनेस इंडेक्स टेस्ट करेंगे सर।
तुम्हारा बात हम समझे नहीं, क्या बोले?
सर कोई भी स्पेसिफिक पार्टिकल्स रहेगा, जैसे कि कोई भी स्पेसिफिक साइज का ही पार्टिकल रहेगा बस हम लोग के
I
एग्रीगेट में, तो ये
I
टेस्ट परफॉर्म
I
होगा।
do not talking about a specific particle. I only talking about aggregates, and you already seen different types of aggregates of different size. So I only discuss, सपोज हमको घर बनाना है, यहाँ पे हमारा एक एक ट्रक गिट्टी आया, तो गिट्टी तुम देख ही रहे हो, अब उससे हमको रोड बनाना है, तो बस हमको ये टेस्ट कर लेना है कि हमारा एग्रीगेट ये जो है हमारा ये इसका फ्लैकीनेस इंडेक्स वैल्यू कितना है, क्रशिंग स्ट्रेंथ वैल्यू कितना है, इम्पैक्ट वैल्यू कितना है, ये हमको चेक करना है। अब हमारा एग्रीगेट इतना ही दूर में है, अब हमारा एग्रीगेट बहुत दूर में रखा हुआ है, इससे हमको क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? गैप ग्रेडेड है कि क्या है, इससे हमको क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? हमको तो बस एग्रीगेट लेना है, उसको भी ड्राई कर लेना है। ये सब तो फर्स्ट क्लास से ही आ रहा है। ओके
यस यस सर।
ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट करते हैं तुम्हारा इलोंगेशन टेस्ट। आई थिंक फ्लैकीनेस इंडेक्स इज कवर, सो नेक्स्ट इज योर इलोंगेशन इंडेक्स टेस्ट। जस्ट वेट। Next is your elongation index test.